I want to use this opportunity to appreciate Nigerians for their support since I released the first video yesterday about free Nnamdi Kanu protest. This protest is born out of sincerity and honesty, with the display of shame and disgrace that happened in Katsina last week. We all know that for years Nnamdi Kanu has been in detention. And as I'm talking to you, Nnamdi Kanu is having and he's battling with health challenges even while in prison. But it's rather unfortunate with the display of shame and disgrace that happened in Katsina by the bandit commander. The question we ask, do we have a country? The question we need to ask, do we have a nation? The question we need to ask, do we have a constitution? And if we have a constitution, then as Nigerians, we need to ask ourselves and ask the federal government question, why the double standard? If the bandit commander can come and address Nigeria like schoolboys and address Nigeria by threatening Nigerians, by killing one of the headers, that he will kill more Hausas and Northerners, and he is moving freely. Why should Nnamdi Kanu should still be in prison? The question I ask, why the double standard? And it is a question that every Nigerians should be asking. Double standards by the federal government of Nigeria. And that is why the call for one Nigeria, one voice protest is born out of sincerity and honesty. Equity and justice for all Nigeria citizens. One Nigeria, one voice protest. One Nigeria, one voice protest is a national call for all Nigerians of good conscience. It's not a regional protest. It's not a tribe protest. but it's a sincere protest born out of sincerity. I am calling of all Nigerians with good conscience to come out in mass. Those in Jos, Plateau, Kaduna, Kogi, and Abuja to come on Independence Day at Eagle Square to support this call. And I'm also calling on very dark black man to help us. Abuja is your constituency. We are coming from the north. You can help us to call the IG of police in preparation to this protest. The Rata president, I know you have the platform, and I'm also calling of all the Nigerian bloggers and social media influencers, those with good conscience and sincerity, so that our brother Nnamdi Kanu will be free. I'll bring up subsequent videos in preparation for this call and for this peaceful protest. May God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Nnamdi Kanu tomorrow, another person will come out.
Okay.
Because that is the ideology. I keep saying Biafra is an ideology. The things the youths are seeing in the southeast is what drives them. You have in the southeast, they arrest young people, young boys, they charge them for terrorism, they call them IPOP, they lock them up. You arrest bandits in the north. You arrest terrorists in the north. You call them repentant. And you reintegrate them back into the society. What kind of justice system is that? So we must be honest with ourselves in this country. If we want peace, let us look at peace from the aspect of justice. Because any peace devoid of justice is peace of the graveyard.
Nigerians, going online recently, we are seeing some people jubilating and they are happy that the Finnish government have jailed Mazi Samuel Nepa 6 years. You know, one of the irony of this world is this, that the reason why we have agitators in Nigeria today is because the government of Nigeria have failed us. Nigerians are not being treated like human beings, not even withstanding that we are very, very rich and we don't lack nothing to live like human beings. But of course, Nigerians are slaves in Nigeria. And we still see some people who are happy that a freedom fighter has been apprehended and they jail him. Nigerians, the only thing I have to say is this. You see, the government of Nigeria that can go all the way to Kenya to kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a government that cannot do and undo. The Nigerian government can do everything to make sure that the criminality going on in Nigeria today is still going on. Do you think that if Nigeria was working as a country is supposed to be working, that anybody will agitate? The answer is no. But we fail to attack the government. Rather, we are attacking the masses who have grievances against what the government is doing. I will never ever be one part of those who will stand and stay against agitators. The reason why they agitate is because the government is practicing criminality. You cannot tell me today that people are being unalive in hospitals for no reason. Some of them are being rejected because of 28,000 naira. Today in the street of Nigeria, we are seeing people scavenging for food in dustbin. in a country that have natural gas, crude oil, gold, cobalt, name them, gold, silver, and whatever. You know, one thing that I don't understand is when you see some people, they call themselves freedom fighters. If you are a freedom fighter and they have not tagged you as a terrorist, or if you are a freedom fighter, you have only two places to stay. It's either you stay in prison or you stay in the grave, because you are looking for justice from the hand of the evil. One thing I will tell anybody who is happy that Mazi Simon Ekpa have been jailed is, don't forget that the major problem is still there. The major problem is still there. Is Nigeria functioning? No. Is insecurity in Nigeria going anywhere down? No. What have changed? What have changed? These same people who are happy now are the same people who came before and told us that Mazi Simon Ekpa is working with Nigeria. Then how is somebody who is working with Nigerian government now go in jail, and the Nigerian government are happy that the person working with them is in jail? Watch what you are doing. Never you bite the hand of the guy or somebody who is feeding you, because maybe tomorrow he will reject feeding you again, and you will find nowhere to be feed, to get food. The Nigerian government is against Nigerians. That is the reality. When you see people, they come out and they tell you that they are politicians. The simple meaning of politician is criminality. They are not for good. It's better we start today changing things, so that we will not have more Simon Ekpa, so that we will not have more Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, so that we will not have more Boko Haram, so that we will not have more anything you want to call it in the world. But as far as I'm concerned, in a functioning country, insecurity is very far from it. In a country where the masses, where the youths are working, insecurity is very low. In a country where the government is doing everything right, people will not be clamoring to leave the nation. Nigerians, the ex-president of Nigeria, Buhari, said that the unity of Nigeria is non-negotiable. Who put us in this Nigeria that they are telling us that we must stay together, for better, for worse? Tell me which marriage is that a divorce is not talking. Nigeria for me is one big scam of which I've never functioned. If I was still living in Nigeria to today, I will be thinking that it's normal to live without electricity. I will be thinking that it's normal to live without job. I would have been thinking that it's normal for an environment not to have good roads and a sewage system and everything functioning. But living abroad have changed my life. It has made me to understand that God is the government, and the governments of Africa have failed us. So if you think that one Simon Ekpa is in jail, just know that millions of Simon Ekpa are coming. Millions of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are coming. Because what is going on in our land is worse than terrorism. Thank you.
The Igbos politicians are useless. Very, very useless. The governors of Southeast are very, very useless. The Ndigbo as a Igbo socio-cultural group is also a very useless organization. The Southeast governors are so useless, they are useless to themselves, and they are even useless to their people. If not because these people are so useless, I see no reason that Nnamdi Kanu should still be in detention. Dramatically kidnapped in Kenya, brought into this country, and then dramatic allegation for many years he has been in detention.
And look at what is happening in the north. The play of shame and disgrace in the north. In the north, the northern politician actually agitated for the forgiveness of Boko Haram. Boko Harams were forgiven, clothed, they were given money, clothes, and they were even fed with rice and chicken. And look at the recent disgrace and shame, the display of disgrace and shame of this country in Katsina. Just this week, where bandits and haters came with their ammunition, talking with tenacity and without any fear, with ammunitions, AK-47s, with ammunition, come for peace, reconciliation. They were boastful and talking to Nigerians and the government as if they were addressing school children. And yet Kanu is in detention. And somebody will not tell me that the Eastern governors are useless. Look, the South need to wake up. Oh. The South need to wake up. Because what the North is doing is actually it's so dramatic and so disgustful and so it's so shame. And it's so disgusting to the extent that you ask either we have one country. We ask either we even have a constitution in this country. Do we have a constitutional authority in this country? Different rules for different regions and for different people. Nigeria is a joke. The Igbos politicians are useless. Very, very useless. The governors of Southeast are useless. The Ndigbo as a Igbo social-cultural is also a very useless organization. The Southeast governors are so useless, they are useless to themselves, and they are even useless to their people. If not because these people are so useless, I see no reason that Nnamdi Kanu should still be in detention, dramatically kidnapped in.
From here, good evening from my side. Here is already, of course, we are in
ranar laraba an ba su kimanin mutum 30 can 27 ga 3 30 kenan su aka ba da an hada nawa kenan an samu kimanin mutum 70 har da biyu kuma ba wani abu ba yasa aka bada su ta dalilin sasancin da aka yi. Ba wai wata barazana aka yi mu wanda suke rike da su ba ƙarfin yaƙi aka nuna ba, alƙawalin nan da aka ɗauka shi ya sanya aka bada su. Sannan ba wurin mutum guda suke ba, an soje wannan an soje wannan an soje wannan a bada su. Sannan tun ranar Laraba da aka bada su, mai gidan mai umarce ni da cewar in tahi in je can wajen mun hayan daji, duk dai abin da ya samu duk wanda aka san an kama a cikin dajin nan a an so shi. To kuma ina can ina bakin kokari na an so shi, na an so su mutanen wanda aka kakkama, sai kuma ga report an bamu daga ruwan godiya cewar jami'an tsaro sun je sun samu mutanen mu sun bude musu wuta, kai ba ma mutanen mu kadai ba har da Hausa an yi kan mai uwa da wabi, an kashe mata da maza da yan yara, sannan an kwashe dukiya an sun tafi da baburan mu. To kaga wannan abun shi ke nuna alaman su ma jami'an tsaron akwai yan ɓata gari da banna lahiya, ko ba gaskiya ba. Don haka nan in za ku ɗauki mataki ku ɗauki mataki akan abun nan, in ko ba za ku ɗauki mataki ba to gidan jiha za a koma. Ba sai an goma a gidan jiya ba abu ya lalace kuma a zo ai ta yada ma duniya ana cewa ai mun saba alƙawari, mu maciya amana ne kaza kaza. Yau abun nan ya faru Juma'a kuma ku annan shugabannin ba wanda bai sani ba, ko akwai wanda hudin bai zo mai ba. Abun da na faɗi ƙarya na faɗi, kun san an yi ko ba gaskiya ba. To don haka nan dama irin wa'annan abubuwa su suka ɓata ƙasar nan, ko ba gaskiya ba. A je a samu bayan Allah da basu ji ba su gani ba a masu kisan gilla. Mu da mun je mun rama a yada ma duniya a ce ai mu yan ta'adda ne kaza kaza, wai mu rayuwar mu wace mu ya aka dauki rayuwar mu. To bari ku ji in ga maku, tsakani da Allah in kowa zai tsakanin shi da Allah, kowa tsakanin shi da Allah. In ko ba za a yi tsakani da Allah ba to rayuwa ba ta yi rayuwa ba. Duk wanda ya dauki rayuwar mu ba bakin komai take ba to tashi shi ma banza a banza take. Wallahi da ka ce za ka kashe min rai to ni ma daukan naka zan yi, ko ba haka ba. Don haka nan tsakanin da Allah in za a tsaya a yi abun nan na tsakani da Allah kawai a tsaya a yi shi. Ku shugabanni tsakanin da Allah ku daukan mu abun nan mataki, ko ba gaskiya ba. Yanzu misali wannan abun da ya faru a ruwan godiya yau, ko da yan cikin haka talaka sun je sun bude masuta, to jami'an tsaro sun zo ta dalilin Hausawa aka zo akai. Da a ce ba hilani cikin gari ai ba za su zo su kashe mana mutane ba, ko ba gaskiya ba. Amma ta dalilin mutanen mu na ciki suna rayuwa da mutanen ku, shi yasa aka zo akan kashe su, an zo su ma an taba wanda ba a san taɓa su, anda aka ɗauki rayuwarsu da muhimmanci, wanda ake son a kare, ko ba haka ba. To don haka nan tsakanin da Allah wannan abun in ba za a yi tsakani da Allah ba to gidan jiya za a koma, kowa ya san da wannan. Sannan bai yiwu mu a taba mu a ce ko ba za mu yi magana ba, ko ba gaskiya ba. Tsakani da Allah za a dauki matakin da ya dace a zo a dauka. In kuma aka ce wai wannan abun yaudara za a kulla a zo ai a kashe mana mutane a ce ai wasu jami'an tsaro ne suka zo daga wuri kaza, ba za mu yadda da wannan ba. In aka zo aka kama mana mutane aka tai da su, mu tambaya yan ina ne, a ce ai ba yan nan bane, to ba za mu lamunta da wannan ba. Dama tun farko sai da muka yi muku wannan complete din, kuka ce kun amince duk wani jami'in tsaro ba wanda ba ku zama da shi ba, da manya da ƙanana ba wanda bai san da maganan nan ba. To ga irin ta yanzu an zo an fara, kuma mutum da aka wannan abin kumfilin wanda za ku nuna cewar ai gashi alama ta barazana ta bangare mu, wanda za a ce mun yi niyyar saba alƙawari, ko akwai? In akwai kai ku waɗi, ko ba gaskiya ba. To mu gashi yanzu an fara.
Dan ishu din da aka samu ma kun yi magani,
ko ba haka ba. Kuma matsalar da aka samu idan da aka kira ni aka ce gashi na je na tare na an shi mutanen nan aka maida da mashin din da aka anso da kuɗi, hatta da wayar da aka ansa sai da aka maida, ko ba maku ba ga maku ba. To don haka nan kaga muna ta bakin kokarin mu kuma ana bibiyar mu don a salantar da rayuwar mu, to rayuwa ba za ta yi da haka ba. In abun nan ba na tsakanin da Allah bane za a yi kowa ya jaye hannun shi kawai. In ana ganin kamar karfin yaƙi zai samar da zaman lahiya, ga hili ga mai doki shekara na tun da ake bala'in, duk wani security ba wanda bai yi kokarin shi ba akan wannan matsalai, ko ba gaskiya ba. To yanzu mutanen nan da aka anso tun da ake bala'in, ku gaya man jami'an tsaron da kuka taba tura ya anso muku daidai da mutum 20 ko 30 a hannun irin mutanen mu ta karfin yaki, ku gaya man su babu, ko ba gaskiya ba. Amma wannan ta maslaha aka bi kuma ga su an bada su. To don haka nan tsakani da Allah ina gaya muku da babban murya, in za a dauki mataki a dauka akan wannan abu, in kuma ba za a dauka ba to tsakanin da Allah a gidan jiya ba a koma. Jama'a assalamu alaikum. ranar Laraba an ba
Justice Akpovi's decision, and I repeat, Justice Akpovi's decision to use a pre-election matter to attempt to void the supreme will of our people is very disappointing, and we will challenge it vigorously at the appeal court. And God's willing, we will claim the sacred victory given to us, for which they have one pulling in it out of 346, men of no shame, and they rush to court because they want to destroy the integrity of our judiciary. We, the Imo of today, have acquired a tag of a breeding ground for activities undermining democracy, electoral process, rule of law, and even waste, daily waste of human life. People are being killed left, right, and center, and the organs harvested.
The Igbos politicians are useless, very, very useless. The governors of Southeast are very, very useless. The Ndigbo as a Igbo socio-cultural group is also a very useless organization. The Southeast governors are so useless, they are useless to themselves, and they are even useless to their people. If not because these people are so useless, I see no reason that Nnamdi Kanu should still be in detention, dramatically kidnapped in this country, and then dramatic against him. For many years he has been in detention. And look at what is happening in the north. The play of shame and disgrace in the north. In the north, the northern politician actually agitated for the forgiveness of Boko Haram. Boko Harams were forgiven, clothed, they were given money, clothes, and they were even fed with rice and chicken. And look at the recent disgrace and shame, the display of disgrace and shame of this country in Katsina. Just this week, where bandits and headers came with their ammunition, talking with tenacity and without any fear. With ammunitions, AK-47s, with ammunition, come for peace reconciliation. They were boastful and talking to Nigerians and federal government as if they were addressing school children. And yet Kanu is in detention. And somebody will not tell me that the Eastern governors are useless. Look, the South need to wake up. Oh. The South need to wake up. Because what the North is doing is actually it's so dramatic and so disgustful and so it's so shame and it's so disgusting to the extent that you ask either we have one country, we ask either we even have a constitution in this country. Do we have a constitution authority in this country? Different rules for different regions and for different people. Nigeria is a joke.
I want to use this opportunity to appreciate Nigerians for their support since I released the first video yesterday about free Nnamdi Kanu protest. This protest is born out of sincerity and honesty with the display of shame and disgrace that happened in Katsina last week. We all know that for years Nnamdi Kanu has been in detention. And as I'm talking to you, Nnamdi Kanu is having and he's battling with health challenges even while in prison. But it's rather unfortunate with the display of shame and disgrace that happened in Katsina by the bandit commander. The question we ask, do we have a country? The question we need to ask, do we have a nation? The question we need to ask, do we have a constitution? And if we have a constitution, then as Nigerians, we need to ask ourselves and ask the federal government question, why the double standard? If the bandit commander can come and address Nigeria like schoolboys and address Nigeria by threatening Nigerians, by killing one of the headers, that he will kill more Hausas and Northerners, and he is moving freely, why should Nnamdi Kanu should still be in prison? The question I ask, why the double standard? And it is a question that every Nigerian should be asking. Double standards by the federal government of Nigeria. And that is why the call for one Nigeria, one voice protest is born out of sincerity and honesty, equity and justice for all Nigeria citizens. One Nigeria, one voice protest. One Nigeria, one voice protest is a national call for all Nigerians of good conscience. It's not a regional protest. It's not a tribal protest. But it's a sincere protest born out of sincerity. I am calling of all Nigeria with good conscience to come out in mass. Those in Jos, Plateau, Kaduna, Kogi, and Abuja to come on Independence Day at Eagle Square to support this call. And I'm also calling on very dark black man to help us. Abuja is your constituency. We are coming from the north. You can help us to call the IG of police in preparation to this protest. The Rate president, I know you have the platform, and I'm also calling of all the Nigerian bloggers and social media influencers, those with good conscience and sincerity, so that our brother Nnamdi Kanu will be free. I'll bring up subsequent videos in preparation for this call and for this peaceful protest. May God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria.
You jail Nnamdi Kanu tomorrow, another person will come out.
Okay.
Because that is the ideology. I keep saying Biafra is an ideology. The things the youth are seeing in the southeast is what drives them. You have in the south, arrest young people, young boys, they charge them for terrorism, they call them IPOP, they lock them up. You arrest bandits in the north. You arrest terrorists in the north. And what do? You call them repentant. And you reintegrate them back into the society. What kind of justice system is that? So we must be honest with ourselves in this country. If we want peace, let us look at the aspect of justice. Because any peace devoid of justice is peace of the graveyard.
Ranar Laraba an ba su kimanin mutum 30, can 27 ga 3, 30 kenan. Su aka ba da an hada nawa kenan. An samu kimanin mutum 70 har da biyu. Kuma ba wani abu ba ya sa aka bada su ta dalilin sasancin da aka yi. Ba wai wata barazana aka yi mu wanda suke rike da su ba. Ba ƙarfin yaƙi aka nuna ba. Alƙawalin nan da aka ɗauka shi ya sanya aka bada su. sannan ba wurin mutum guda suke ba, an soje wannan an soje wannan an soje wannan a bada su. Sannan tun ranar Laraba da aka bada su, mai gidan mai umarce ni da cewar in tahi in je can wajen mun hayin daji, duk dai abin da ya samu duk wanda aka san an kama a cikin dajin nan a an so shi. To kuma ina can ina bakin kokari na an so shi, na an so su mutanen wanda aka kakkama. Sai kuma ga report an bamu daga ruwan godiya cewar jami'an tsaro sun je sun samu mutanen mu sun bude musu wuta, kai ba ma mutanen mu kadai ba, har da Hausa an yi kan mai uwa da wabi, an kashe mata da maza da yan yara, sannan an kwashe dukiya an sun tafi da baburan mu. To kaga wannan abun shi ke nuna alamar su ma jami'an tsaron akwai yan ɓata gari daga cikin wanda ba sun abin na lahiya, ko ba gaskiya ba. Don haka nan in za ku ɗauki mataki, ku ɗauki mataki akan abin nan, in ko ba za ku ɗauki mataki ba to gidan jiha za a koma. Ba sai an goma a gidan jiya ba, abu ya lalace kuma a zo ai ta yada ma duniya ana cewa ai mun saba alƙawari, mu maciya amana ne kaza kaza. Yau abun nan ya faru Juma'a, kuma ku annan shugabannin ba wanda bai sani ba, ko akwai wanda rufudin bai zo mai ba. Abinda na faɗi ƙarya na faɗi, kun san an yi ko ba gaskiya ba. To don haka nan dama ire-iren wa'annan abubuwa su suka ɓata ƙasar nan, ko ba gaskiya ba. A je a samu bayin Allah da basu ji ba basu gani ba a masu kisan gilla, mu da mun je mun rama a yada ma duniya a ce ai mu yan ta'adda ne kaza kaza. Wai mu rayuwar mu wace irin mu ya aka dauki rayuwar mu? To bari ku ji in ga maku, tsakani da Allah in kowa zai tsakanin shi da Allah, kowa tsakanin shi da Allah. In ko ba za a yi tsakani da Allah ba to rayuwa ba ta yi rayuwa ba. Duk wanda ya dauki rayuwar mu ba bakin komai take ba to tashi shi ma banza a banza take. Wallahi da ka ce za ka kashe man rai to ni ma daukan naka zan yi, ko ba haka ba. Don haka nan tsakanin da Allah in za a tsaya a yi abun nan na tsakani da Allah kawai a tsaya a yi shi. Ku shugabanni tsakanin da Allah ku daukan mu abun nan mataki, ko ba gaskiya ba. Yanzu misali wannan abun da ya faru a ruwan godiya yau Juma'a, inda a ce kamar irin mutanen mu ne suka je suka yi wani abun da bai dace ba, yanzu da an baza ma duniya cewar ai an saba alkawali, mutanen nan maciya amana ne kaza ya kaza, ga nan da yin alkawali da su sun samu manoma ko kaza kaza ko da yan cikin gari haka talaka sun je sun bude masuta. To jami'an tsaro sun suka zo suka yi mana wannan abu, kuma ko da suka zo suka kashe mutane abun ya shahi hada Hausa. Ta dalilin wa akai? Ta dalilin Hausa aka zo akai. Da a ce ba hilani cikin garin ai ba za su zo su kashe mana mutane ba, ko ba gaskiya ba. Amma ta dalilin mutanen mu na ciki suna rayuwa da mutanen ku, shi yasa aka zo akan kashe su, an zo su ma an taba wanda ba a san taɓa su, anda aka ɗauki rayuwarsu da muhimmanci, wanda ake son a kare, ko ba haka ba. To don haka nan tsakanin da Allah wannan abun in ba za a yi tsakani da Allah ba to gidan jefa za a koma, kowa ya san da wannan. Sannan bayyo mu a taba mu a ce ko ba za mu yi magana ba, ko ba gaskiya ba. Tsakani da Allah za a dauki matakin da ya dace a zo a dauka. In kuma aka ce wai wannan abun yaudara za a kulla, a zo ai a kashe mana mutane a ce ai wasu jami'an tsaro ne suka zo daga wuri kaza, ba za mu yadda da wannan ba. In aka zo aka kama mana mutane aka tai da su, mu tambaya yan ina ne, a ce ai ba yan nan bane, to ba za mu lamunta da wannan ba. Dama tun farko sai da muka yi muku wannan complete din, kuka ce kun amince duk wani jami'in tsaro ba wanda ba ku zama da shi ba, da manya da ƙanana ba wanda bai san da maganan nan ba. To ga irin ta yanzu an zo an fara, kuma mu tun da aka yi wannan abu akwai wani kwamfutar wanda za ku nuna cewa ai gashi akwai wata alama ta barazana ta bangaren mu wanda za a ce mun yi niyyar saba alƙawari, ko akwai? In akwai kawai ku waɗi, ko ba gaskiya ba. To mu gashi yanzu an fara.
An ishu din da aka samu ma kun yi magani,
ko ba haka ba. Kuma matsalar da aka samu idan da aka kira ni aka ce gashi na je na tare na anshi mutanen nan aka maida da mashin din da aka ansa da kuɗi, hatta da wayar da aka ansa sai da aka maida, ko ba a ga maku ba. To don haka nan kaga muna ta bakin kokarin mu kuma ana bibiyar mu dan a salwantar da rayuwa. To rayuwa ba za ta yi da haka ba. In abun nan ba na tsakanin da Allah bane, za a yi kowa ya jaye hannun shi kawai. In ana ganin kamar karfin yaki zai samar da zaman lahiya, ga hili ga mai doki. Shekara na tun da ake bala'in, duk wani security ba wanda bai yi kokarin shi akan wannan malai, ko ba gaskiya ba. To yanzu mutanen nan da aka anso tun da ake bala'in, ku gaya man jami'an tsaron da kuka taba tura daidai da mutum 20 ko 30 a hannun irin mutanen mu ta karfin yaki, ku gaya man su babu, ko ba gaskiya ba. Amma wannan ta maslaha aka bi, kuma ga su an bada su. To don haka nan tsakani da Allah ina gaya maku da babban murya, in za a dauki mataki a dauka akan wannan abu, in kuma ba za a dauka ba to tsakanin da Allah ya gida. Assalamu alaikum. Ranar Laraba an ba
Biafrans, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your location, depending on your time. I want to appreciate every one of you who is joining us this morning for this all-important broadcast. The reason why I try to play these videos alongside with all these efulefus is for you to understand the mess that the Igbo intelligentsia, the mess that the sophisticated morons from Igbo extraction, the mess that the intellectuals have put us in that contraption, in that evil enclave you called Nigeria. It is very, very unfortunate, very, very sad, and very, very disheartening that our people in this 21st century do not understand the reason that the Fulanis are doing what they are doing in that contraption you called Nigeria. It is very, very sad. It is not encouraging as well that while the Fulanis are planning all their evil plans against our people, against our race, against our women, against our children, against our land, the Igbo politicians, the Biafra intelligencias, the sophisticated morons, the intellectuals, let me tell you their focus. What they are all focused about is politicking.
Justice Akpovi's decision, and I repeat, Justice Akpovi's decision to use a pre-election matter to attempt to void the supreme will of our people is very disappointing, and we will challenge it vigorously.
This is where their focus is. The Igbo intellectuals, the Igbo's sophisticated morons, the Igbo's intelligencias. When I refer to the Igbo, I am talking about Biafra, because every Biafran is Igbo. Whether you are Ishekiri, you are Urobo, you are Ijo, you are Anang, or you are Refik, you are Igbo. The Igbo intellectuals, sophisticated morons and intelligencias, their focus is on political power. Their focus is on political position. Their focus is what they have to gain. Their focus is their pocket. Their focus is their property. Their focus is their life, is their children, is their wives, is their concubine, is their companies, is their cronies. That is where their focus is. They forgot that their race is in danger. They forgot that their people are under slavery, under subjugation. They forgot that their sons are being persecuted for being Igbo, for being Biafran. These intellectuals that you see on the screen, they forgot that it is a shame to them. These people are really shameless. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya, and up to today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in detention. What are these fools? What are they talking about? Political position 2023, 2027, 2035, 2044, 2071. This is their focus. How are we going to build dams? How are we going to make money? How are we going to buy property in America, in Japan, in UK, in Germany, in EAU? That is all their focus. They don't give a damn about you that is suffering in your land. You that the mineral resources that they are eating the money from are coming from your land. They don't give a damn about you. All their focus is on
At their appeal court.
political
And
position.
God's willing, we will claim the sacred victory given to us. For which they have one pulling in it out of 346. Men of no shame. And they rush to court.
Who are the men of no shame? All these evil people that you see here and their likes that are Professor Utumi them. Professor Utumi them. All these people are people without shame. Wike them. Soludo them. All these are people that are shameless when their race are held hostage. Okonji Wala them. All these intelligencias, they are all before us. They are a disgrace to our race, the Igbo race. They are a disgrace to the Biafran cause. They are a disgrace to you. It doesn't matter whether they are your brothers or they are your sisters. Look at how the Fulanese and the Yorubas, the Oduduwas, are protecting their own. They rallied around Sunday Igboho, and Sunday Igboho today is free. They rallied around Showore, and today Showore is free. The Fulani is rallying around their own terrorists. You see how they are equipping their terrorists. You see how they are defending their terrorists, reintegrating them into the society. Even you that is listening, you followed Ngozi Orabueze to fight against your own freedom. You join Ngozi Orabueze to fight against the Biafran Defense Forces who are standing against what these terrorists who are threatening Nigerians are standing against. The Biafran Defense Forces are standing against terrorism. But what are these fighting against our freedom? They are fighting against the liberty of the Biafran cause. Their focus is on political position. Obi 2027, Soludo 2045, Mba 5057. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is wasting in detention. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is suffering in detention. Even these people cannot speak about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu going to take medical treatment. No, they have not even come to call about protest against the continued detention of our leader. They have not spoken about him at all. Those who are speaking for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are those who are not Biafrans, are those from Fulani, are those from Yoruba, but their own people, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu siblings, his brothers and sisters, are so much focused on 2047, 2027, 2026. How are we going to build mansion? How are we going to buy aeroplane? How are we going to have companies here and there? How are we going to siphon the whole money that comes from Biafra land? How are we going to make Biafra land insecure so that our children, our cronies, we make more money out of Biafran territory? This is the focus of all the useless, idiotic intelligentsias that come from Igbo and Biafra extraction. And you are one of them that is supporting them. You are evil. Your days will be numbered. I want you to continue to listen to the idiotic statements that are coming from these people whose their sons, whose their brothers are being held captive over 4 years and counting, and their focus is on political position.
Because they want to destroy the integrity of our judiciary. The Imo of
See this man talking about integrity of the judiciary, integrity of the judiciary. Is he not a fool? Is this man not aware that the same judiciary that he's saying that has integrity have released Mazen Nandekano and asked him to go? Have that been obeyed? He's talking about integrity of the judiciary. These are fools. They see black, they call it white. They see yellow, they call it black. These are effeminate men who cannot stand up for what is right for their people, who cannot defend their people. They are all there for their political and selfish interest. And you say that these people are fit to be your leaders? You say that these people are from the same genes or DNA with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or Mazi Simon Ekpa? You say that these same people love you as a Biafran? You must be joking. These people are the people that are sending you out to be destroyed. They are the ones approving the burning of our communities. They are the ones approving the kidnapping of our people. They are the ones approving the intimidations and the harassment that we pass through in the hands of the terrorist Nigerian state. Ọ bụ ha bụ ndị ọjọọ anyị nwere n'ala Igbo, ndị ogbu ara ọbara. Ọ bụ ha, lee ha ebe a, ha juru ebe a. Ihe ha dị after, ihe ụmụ ha, ndị enyi ha ga-eri. They are not caring about you. And this is the reason why Gimwahana and care about. You must come out and support the Biafran Defense Forces and the Biafran Republic government in exile. That is the only government that will save us. Not these fools. Obuhundo Johnny and the Obuarobana. Hancha from A to Z Obuarobana. All of them. Panon, Okonji Iweala, Chimamanda, Professor Utomi, all of them from A to Z. There is none of them that have your interest at heart. The only government, the only people that you should now embrace and fight for your freedom is the Biafran Republic government in exile. Support our APM Ogechukwu Nkere. Support what the government of Biafra is doing to free us from the bandage that all these people kept us. Because on that, ala adịghị mma bụ ndị a mere ya. Ala Biafra ji wee na-agba. These are the people who are responsible for the kidnappings. They are the ones who are responsible for the insecurity that you have in Biafran territory. Yes. Because if they say that the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the continued detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is causing insecurity in Biafra land, ask them, then what is stopping them from advocating for the release of our leader so that that insecurity they said will stop? Then what is stopping them? This is to tell you that the Nigerian government have them at the jugglers. That is why these people are acting the script of the terrorist Nigerian state. They don't give a damn if your unborn child is killed while still under formation. They don't give a damn if your women have miscarriages because of their bad roads. They don't give a damn if you don't have work, if you don't have employment, if you do not graduate. These people don't give a damn if there is industry that is coming in Biafran territory. They don't care, they don't want, and they can never approve of it. And that is why all their focus is on their pocket and their interest That is the reason why you must rise up now, Biafrans, and support Ogechukwu Nkere and support our government so that we will be free from these blood-sucking demons that you have as Igbo intelligencias, as Biafran politicians, as Biafran political players, as leaders of industries, as intellectuals and sophisticated morons that they are. We must be free from them.
Today, have acquired a tag of a breeding ground for activities undermining democracy, electoral process, rule of law, and even daily waste of human life. People are being killed left, right, and center, and the organs harvested.
After saying all these things, people are being killed left and center, and other organ harvested. Ask me, what has this done? What has this fool done? What have they done in order to stop this organ harvesting, in order to stop this killing? If they could not release their brother who is held in detention, that the world have seen that it is against international norms, even local norms, not only international. If they can't release Mazen and the Kano, that they see that he's suffering, is this people that they are harvesting their organs, that they are going to go and get justice for them? It is not going to happen. So when you see them come out and speak big grammar, big English, don't mind them. They are all in this atrocity that Nigerian government is committing. They are all in together with what is happening. All of them are in. Why the terrorists in the north? Why the terrorists in the north are being supported? The terrorists are being supported by their own brothers in the north. Why the terrorists are being supported to continue their terrorism? The intellectuals and sophisticated morons only care about their political positions. Only. They don't give a damn. They don't give a damn about the betterment of the Biafran people. You see them forming securities to come and fight the Biafran Defense Forces. While in the north, the northerners are protecting their own. You saw how this terrorist, let me bring him to the screen. This man is a well-known terrorist.
ranar an ba
This man that you see here is a well-known terrorist. He's not hidden, no. He's not hiding, no. A well-known terrorist equipped by the Nigerian government. These are his colleagues holding communities ransom, kidnapping people, killing at will. The Nigerian government are having security meetings with them. The Nigerian government are discussing with them, giving them a free way. Tell me, can this man that you see here, can he afford a bullet? Can this man you see here, under normal circumstances, can this man afford a bullet? I'm asking everybody who is listening, can this man afford an AK-47? What is his business? He can't afford it. Then ask me, who is equipping all these terrorists with all these machine guns? All these sophisticated weapons, who is equipping them with it? It is this man that you see here, Musa. The IG, Musa is the one that is giving them these arms and ammunitions. The Nigerian government are the one that is bankrolling them, budgeting all these arms and ammunition for the Nigerian government. Once these arms are delivered, these people will come and pick it up. They send them to them in the bushes. They send them to them in their military barracks, allowing them to come and take the military barracks over. These are the communities that these people are holding hostage. See them in broad daylight. They are not hiding their faces. They are even speaking to the media. The politicians from the north knows about them, liaising with them, conversing with them, discussing with them, giving them all that they need, because they are using all these people to take over the indigenous land of the Hausas in the north. The Middle Beltans, they are using all these terrorists to take over their land. The Nigerian government will not tell you that they don't know where they can get these people. Who equip them with all these machineries is the Nigerian government. See how they are being interviewed. The security agencies will not go to apprehend them. The security agencies will not go to confront them or arrest them. No. The security agencies are in Biafra land. In Biafra land, they are. Who brought them to Biafra land? Soludo. Who brought them to Biafra land? Mba. Who brought them to Biafra land? Oti. Who brought them to Biafra land? Hope Uzodinjo. Who brought them to Biafra land? Okonji Iweala. Who brought them to Biafra land? Pat Otomi. Who brought them to Biafra land? Obiano. All these politicians, Baribe, and all of them, they are the ones who bring the terrorists to Biafra land to come and look for Biafran Defense Forces. The Biafran Defense Forces are protecting Biafrans against these people, against what these people are doing in Benue, in Southern Kaduna, in Castina. That is why the Biafran Defense Forces are protecting our land, so that what you see happening here can never happen in Biafran territory. But what are the intellectuals, are the intelligentsia, the useless intelligentsia, what are they doing? Absolutely nothing. They are the one who will come and tell you that, oh, Gentle the Yahoo is a terrorist. Oh, NJ Makeup is a terrorist. Brigadier Makeup must be destroyed. This, the Biafran Defense Forces must be killed, must be done this, must be disappeared, must be tied, and all the rest of them. But they have not advocated that these people who are kidnapping people, who are destroying lives in Castina, in Southern Kaduna, in Benue State, in Plateau, they cannot advocate that all these people be destroyed. No! To them, these people are doing the right thing. And to them, the Biafran Defense Forces are doing the wrong thing, trying to protect our women and children. In other words, these people never wanted our land to be protected. They want us to be Islamized. That is what they want. That is what they want. Musa, this is what Musa wants, to Islamize Biafra land. Pope Uzodinma, Soludo, and all the crooks, Oti, and all of them, they want Biafra land to be Islamized. They want the security challenges to continue because they don't want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released. If they want security for the people of Biafra, for the people of Igbo extraction, they must certainly advocate that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should walk out that place that he has been for 4 good years because he committed no crime. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a criminal. He did not offend anybody. He did not steal anything. He is not a terrorist. But all these people who are supposed to speak from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, all of them are focusing on political positions and what they are going to gain. from the terrorist Nigerian state. And that is why anyone that supports all these politicians, you are going to enter the annals of history as one of those who advocated that our land be Islamized. Yes, because if you cannot rise up to speak for your people, it means you are approving and supporting the Islamization of Biafran territory. Very important that Biafrans understand that the intellectuals, the intelligencias, the politicians in Biafran territory are a disgrace to our race. Yes, our ancestors will never be kind to them. I call on the ancestors of our land to rise up and destroy all these evil men and women who call themselves intelligencias, who call themselves politicians, who call themselves the elites. Elite. Let me even add elite to the topic. Elite. These people are evil. They are evil, really evil. And we must these people are evil. Ha joka, ha bụ ndị ọjọọ. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They don't give a damn what is happening to our people in the homeland. They don't give a damn. All they are concerned about is what goes into their pockets. It's what they stand to gain. Them and their families. That is all that they matter to them. I beckon on the spirit of Biafra to rise up and destroy all these people who are enemies of our freedom. The enemies of our freedom. The enemies of our freedom, both old and new. They are the enemies of Biafra. These are the people. These are the people who, under normal circumstances, should have risen up to stand for their people. The enemies of Biafra. The enemies of our freedom. These are the enemies that never wanted us to be free. They don't want us to be free. They want us to continue to live under bondage and under the slavery of the Nigerian terrorist state. While the Biafran government is doing everything humanly possible to fight for our freedom. These people, what they are doing is to form a stumbling block against our freedom. The enemies of Biafra are so numerous. These are the people.
From here, good evening from my side.
The enemies of Biafra. These are the people who, instead of them to come together, to speak with one mind, to speak with one voice, they decide to be used by the enemy against their people. They made themselves tools that the Nigerian government are using against our freedom. I want you to understand the Biafran people, we are fighting to be free, so that what is happening in southern Kaduna, what is happening in Benue and Katsina can never happen in our land. The people that are orchestrating all those acts against our people, see, some of them are here. All these people that you are seeing in this platform, these are Biafrans, and some have Biafran blood in them. They may not be 100% Biafrans, but they have Biafran blood in them at least. But what are their plans? What are they doing? They are fighting against the fabrics that hold us together as Biafran. They are the ones fighting against our freedom. They are the ones supporting the terrorist government against the liberation of our people. And that is so sad. That is very, very sad. Why other people are calling for the freedom of our leader, why we are doing everything humanly possible to free ourselves from Nigeria. All these people are here fighting against Ogechukwu Nkere, fighting against our government, fighting against Sani Akbarawa. That is what you see playing out today. And we are not going to fold our hands and watch their evil continue in this 21st century. It's not going to happen. We will try our humanly possible best to make sure that those who have come to kill us, they are going to pay a price for their atrocity against our people. Are these people not aware of all these killings that is happening in Biafra? These people working with Ngozi Orabueze, are they not aware? They are aware, but they are the ones approving it. And that is why we must continue to speak out, and we must hold them accountable for all these atrocities that is happening in our land. before our very eyes, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What is his crime? What is the crime of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? He committed no crime because he was speaking truth to power. Because our leader was speaking truth to power, that is why they want him killed.
People must come out to say that enough is enough. When you travel to the north, do you live in the forest in the north? The Igbo people in Sabangari in Kanu, are they living of course it's Hausa land, are they living in the forest? They came to the town, they work very hard, they build houses, they build mansions, they develop the entire place. Is that not what they do? What are Fulani people doing in our forest? Nobody can answer that question. They say that they're pastoralists. World aspiring to be a member of the UN Security Council, where you move cattle from place to place. Are you people well at all? You so-called Nigerians, are you normal in the brain? I'm asking you a simple question. Country that aspires to be in the 21st century, moving cattle from place to place, telling me that great.
This is the only crime.
Please tell me. These are people.
This is the only crime
prepared for you to sell you down the drain.
That they
by the time
our leader committed.
Fulanis are done with you, believe you me. If you don't rise up now to fight for your freedom, by the time Fulanis are done with you, you'll be more useless than a Hausa peasant.
You heard that. This is the only crime that our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to them committed. That since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in detention, none of them want to speak about his release. None of them. Why the North? The terrorists in the North are ravaging the North, supported by their politicians, the elites, the intellectuals, the intelligencias, the sophisticated morons that we have in the southern part of Nigeria. All of them are focused on political positions. This is so sad. Please, I've put on the link. I want your comments. I want you to come and make your comments, or you call on the number on the screen and make your contribution. Why is the intelligentsia? Why is the intellectuals? Why are the sophisticated morons? Why are they so much focused on political power, on acquisition of wealth? Why their people are under slavery? Why their people are intimidated? Why their people are harassed? Why their people are buried? Why their properties are destroyed? Why the North is protecting the terrorists? These intellectuals, this elite, these sophisticated morons, they are focused on destroying the Biafran defense forces that have formed the bedrock of the defense of our land. The link is there. Join me on the studio and make your contribution. Very important.
People must come out to say that enough is enough. When you travel to the north, do you live in the forest in the north? The Igbo people in Sabangari in Kanu, are they living of course it's Hausa land, are they living in the forest? They came to they work very hard, they build houses, they build mansions, they're pastoralists. World aspiring to be a member of the UN Security Council, where you move cattle from place to place. Are you people well at all? You so-called Nigerians, are you normal in the brain? I'm asking you a simple question. Show me a country that aspires to be in the 21st century, moving cattle from place, telling me that grazing. Which country? These are people that have prepared for you to sell you down the drain. By the time the Fulanis are done with you, believe you me, if you don't rise up now to fight for your freedom, by the time Fulanis are done with you, you'll be more useless than a Hausa peasant.
By the time the Fulanis are done with you, you are going to be more less than the Hausa peasant. And why they are not doing anything, why they are focused on their political positions, why they don't give a damn about their people. This is what the Biafran government is doing to save them, to save even them themselves from the slavery, because when this slavery is going to happen, everybody is going to be involved in it. But the Biafran government is doing everything humanly possible to save them and save their ass as well.
Thank you, Your Excellency. My name is Jim Moran. I served in the United States Congress for approximately a quarter of a century. After I left the Congress, I began to represent some corporations and countries and causes that I believe in. It has been an honor to work with you, Your Excellency. Elias Gerasulis is my partner. This is primarily Elias's account, but I'm going to be working with him. While I was in the Congress, I was on the committee that funds defense and State Department foreign operations, as well as the Foreign Relations Committee. I have an interest in Africa. I was a principal co-sponsor of the African Growth and Opportunity Act. But most importantly, I do believe that Biafran independence is a just and noble cause. And I trust that you have a bright future ahead. We will try to secure your independence. We can't promise because the politics is not a particularly predictable situation in the United States today, and justice is not always served, but we will work towards that objective. I appreciate the opportunity to work on behalf of the Biafran people, and at this point, let me turn it over to Elias. Elias?
Oh, thank you, Jim, and it's an honor to be working with you on this, and we appreciate your lending your support, someone of your prestige and stature. That association would be so critical. So thank you, Jim. I appreciate it. And thank you, Mr. Prime Minister, Your Excellencies, and dear Biafrans in the United States and around the world. My name is Elias Gerasulis, and I am a good friend and colleague of Congressman Moran, and we are your new lobbyists here in Washington, D.C. However, you should know that we are more than we are fellow freedom fighters in the struggle for the liberation of Biafra. And similar to how your compatriots in the Biafran Defense Forces are securing your freedom on the homeland, we will be fighting for your freedom in the political and diplomatic battlefield here in Washington, D.C. And we will make sure that all these U.S. officials, all these congressmen and senators understand that the Biafran independence movement is a pure democratic civilian uprising against injustice, the very same one that we had in the United States when we declared our independence from the British 200 years ago. On a personal level, I knew I had to get involved in this struggle, not only because of my belief in the Biafran cause, but my belief in His Excellency, the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. As I got to know the Prime Minister, I could see that he has remarkable leadership qualities and vision. And I knew that instinctively that he was a man of destiny and that he will have a very important impact in Africa in the years to come. And I thought it was a personal duty to assist him. Already, the Prime Minister has made remarkable progress and has outsmarted the Nigerian system. Prime Minister has done this with the self-referendum. He has done this with opening diplomatic liaison offices around the world. And I think by establishing a proper Biafran lobby in Washington, D.C., the Prime Minister has delivered his master stroke. And if you can look at the Nigerian media and the social media, you will see that this is something that's been highly publicized. And I think this is because they understand the moment that the United States starts to gain more support for the Biafran cause, it will be a game changer. Because when the United States leads, other countries follow. Congressman Moran and myself are your voice to the U.S. Congress, your voice to the White House, your voice to the State Department, your voice to the highest offices in this great land. And we will not stop until victory is achieved. Long live a free, independent, and sovereign Biafra. Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that brilliant speech there. Elias, we are happy to have you on board, and we have a lot of things to do together. Thank you. This particular appearance today is just to present you to the Biafrans in the United States. As I made my promise, I have fulfilled it. It is now that we go out there and do what we know how to do best for the interest of Biafra.
Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. It's our honor, and we look forward to serving you in the cause. Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. It was a pleasure to see you again.
Thank you.
Look forward to working with you.
Thank you, Chimora. Thank you.
So even as the Biafran Republic government in exile is doing everything within its power to free the entirety of Biafran territory from this slavery that we find ourselves since ages, the Igbo intelligencias, the politicians, the elites, the intellectuals, the sophisticated morons will not join the fray for the freedom of their people in that aspect. Why they cannot join is because of their political interest. Why even if they cannot join, why are they fighting against those who are fighting for their freedom? They cannot free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They cannot free Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku. They cannot support the fight for their freedom. They cannot even support the fight for the freedom of the totality of the Biafran race or the Igbo race. That is so sad. So where are these people coming from? You see people like them. Rather, what they are doing is to engage the services of this old witch to continue to sabotage all efforts by the Biafran government. But she is going to jail. Yes, thank you so much. Biafran Oracle, I'm going to bring you in because these people, Biafran Oracle, good morning from here and welcome to the questionnaire.
Yeah, good morning, Dr. David Nana. Nice being here.
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have been following the flow of the information that we are passing out here, my brother.
Yes, exactly. I've been following.
Thank you so much. What have you to say about this?
Yeah.
What do you have to tell all these intellectuals, sophisticated morons, intelligencias, elites, who want us to believe that they are championing our cause, whereas they are the enemies of their own people? Go ahead, sir.
Yes, but let me start with an Igbo proverb which says, "Onye buru nwanne ya abụghị odogwu."
Exactly.
Onye buru nwanne ya abụghị odogwu. Now, coming to what you have been saying, I don't believe anybody can call them intelligentsia. That word intelligentsia is greater than them, bigger than them, very, very much bigger than them, because these people are sophisticated morons. That's all of them are.
Exactly.
There is no intelligentsia. There's no elite among them. Now, in some part of the country, in some part of Nigeria, go and see what their politicians are doing. Politicians are building bridges. Politicians are doing all sorts of things, making sure everywhere is okay. Is even doing roads within the streets in the community. Streets, not major road this time. Local governments are working, but the Igbo politicians would rather use the blood of our people to do politics. That is something I don't understand. So that's why I'm saying that these people are not. In fact, I don't know what kind of, whether these people are imported, sent in from some people somewhere over time, so as they can get political positions and authority to be able to enable the enemies to overrun us. But God is greater than them. God is greater than them. If you look at what happened in Imo State, the Emeka Ihedioha who won the election, that was clear to everybody. These things Uzodinma was doing was, I think he was asked to do these things and he refused. Before you know it, they used their kangaroo court and then they remove him and then put Uzodinma, who is ready to kill our people. The Emeka Ihedioha was not ready to kill anybody, but Uzodinma was ready. So Uzodinma was ready to kill our people, to use the blood of our people to get political position. Before you know it, you see how they took him from number 4 to number 1. That apart, you see, by the grace of God.
Sorry, go ahead.
By the grace of God, you see, I want to bring this thing to the notice of our people. I read something. I don't know if you are the one who wrote it or our prime minister, our information minister, talking about how those who support Biafra are those who support those who are against Biafra are for the Antichrist. I don't know if you have seen that. Did you see that on? I don't know who wrote that. I saw it. The person who wrote it on X. Unless I've forgotten. But let me just say what.
Okay, please share it with me.
I can't get it.
If you have it, share
okay,
with
maybe
me.
I will take it later. But let me say what I want to say here with it.
Okay.
To everyone who is fighting against the restoration of Biafra, I have this to say to you. As the world is boiling, as the world is going, everywhere under this earth, including America, at some point, Islam will succeed to catch up everywhere. I want us to get this. Islam will succeed in getting all these countries you are relying on, they have democracy, they are what you see what is you see how Islam will mess them up. But you see Biafra land, no matter what they do, they will never be able to penetrate. I want us to get this. They won't penetrate, and that particular space called Biafra will eventually become a refuge for everyone that is going to be running away from the spirit of the Antichrist that is coming. That's when we talk of the spirit of Antichrist, we are talking about Islam. That's when you hear the spirit of Antichrist, we are talking about Islam. So this particular geographical space called Biafra is going to become a refuge for different. Nnamdi Kanu said it. He said it. That's the way Nnamdi Kanu put it. He said when it comes, everybody will be gathering, coming to see, because God is going to make it that it's going to be a refuge for everyone that will not agree to the government of the Antichrist. They are going to converge in Biafra. It's going to be a safe haven for them. So if you are fighting against this movement, know that you are doing yourself bad. You are doing yourself wrong. You are not good. You are not doing good to yourself and your generations. And if you know what happened, what happened to the children of Israel who murmured against the movement when they are coming out of Israel, those who prefer to be eating garlic and onion in bondage in Egypt. If you know what happened to them, just expect the same. All right, finally, now to what you are saying exactly. Now the case of Nnamdi Kanu. You know why I am not blaming the Nigerian government. I am not blaming the northern politicians. I am not blaming the Yoruba politicians. I'm not blaming everyone that is there, holding back Nnamdi Kanu there. Where are they drawing their strength? If you are listening to China Sanworu, in those days he was confessing, you will discover that those who are actually after Nnamdi Kanu were not even the federal government, they were not even the North. It was the Igbo politicians. They are the ones after Nnamdi Kanu. China Sanworu told us that these people, he mentioned the people who contributed money. You know that the money they used in transacting that, it didn't come from the Nigerian government purse. It didn't come from the northern purse. It came from the purse of the Southeast governors and their River State counterparts, according to China Sanworu. So what am I trying to say there? What I'm trying to say there is that, why they play, why they underrate the Igbos, they don't care, they don't know. What do you expect them to do? When they are sitting on their own, the Igbo politicians, the governors came to them and told them that we want this guy tracked down. So, and they brought the resources. Ifeanyi brought aircraft, and they all went and bought over the DOS, and they got information, and they succeeded in bringing Nnamdi Kanu back. So, how do you think the Tinubu administration or the Buhari administration or the Northern, how do you think they will take things serious by trying to say they will play as if it doesn't concern them, because it's not concerning them. It's not them. They are not the ones who put him there. It is the Igbo politicians, including the DOS. They are the people who put him there, and they are the people who are still demanding that he should be kept there. So are you not blaming the Tinubu? People start saying Tinubu. I blame Tinubu. I didn't even blame Buhari. I don't blame any other. You see, our people, they have problems, just like you're saying here. They are our problems, and I don't know, because the moment these people are allowed to still be working free, the moment they are allowed to still be working free, this thing will still continue to happen. That's the way I want to put it.
Okay.
That's one. Yeah.
Mazi, there's something I want you to look at right now. Now, these people, they are not fighting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be freed. They are not saying anything about it. They want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to still remain in detention, right? We understand that. Now, when you look at what is playing out in Nigeria, Nigerian government say they are fighting insecurity. The southeastern governors say, oh, what is happening in Biafra land is insecurity, right? And Nigerian government say they are fighting insecurity. But look at the north. You saw what happened in the north, in Katsina. You saw what is happening in Borno, where the terrorists themselves, they are not hiding. No. These people are not hiding at all. They are walking the villages, they are walking the town with AK-47, machine guns, and all the rest of them. And they even have audacity of being interviewed by Nigerian news media. But all these people in the southeast, why are they so much focused on trying to destroy the Biafran Liberation Army, the Biafran Defense Forces? And they are not even talking anything against these people that are marauding the whole of the north. The terrorists that the north are now harboring. Even the politicians in the north are not fighting against their terrorists. But our people are fighting and canvassing that our people, the Biafran Defense Forces, who are protecting our land, our territory, and our women and children, are being pied. What do you have to say to that? It is very appalling, Mazi. But before you say that, let me just play this clip here, because it will buttress the point I just made here. You see the terrorists.
Ranar Laraba an ba su kimanin mutum 30 can 27 ga 3 30 kenan su aka ba da an hada nawa kenan an samu kima.
I don't want even to talk about what he's saying, but Mazi, you can see in a very open place where these people, what he's holding in his hand is a mic, and he's being interviewed by the people around him, and you see people surrounding him, and you see in the whole stages that they are holding, you see people. This is a complete village or a complete community, and these people have free will to walk around. Nobody is preventing them. But once they see the Biafran Defense Forces in the homeland, they will call the Nigerian army, they will call the Nigerian police, they will call the immigration. Our own people will even follow them to go and look for our people who are not fighting against anybody but defending our land against these same terrorists that are terrorizing other areas in the north. What have you to say?
Yes, when somebody who claimed to be bona fide indigene of a state will go to the north to kneel down before a fellow politician, begging to be made a governor of his state, not by winning it all. When they continue to go like that, when they get to where they call their political whatever, they kneel down before a fellow politician begging. What do you think will follow? They will bring condition. If you want to, if you want to become if you want to become a governor of your state, sign this thing. Can you meet up with this? And you know, these people are looking for opportunity to overrun everywhere in Nigeria. So they will definitely see it as an opportunity to do what? Get this person to sign. And when they sign that their document they used to sign, and what will happen? And I will tell you that any day you default, they say we'll remove you. And that's about it. So what you see is those who have gone to beg. And another factor to this is this. You know, when they enter into the ones they want to use against us, you know what they do to them? They will give them like Chukwu Masoludo now. They put Chukwu Masoludo in CBN governor as a CBN governor. What do? Nobody disturbed him. And the young man was stealing funds. He was stealing. Look at Emefiele now. Emefiele is somewhere now. One day now, you see Emefiele in politics. And before you know it, they will bring Emefiele and give him something to sign. We are putting you as a governor. Look at what they're going to do for us against your people. If you mess up, this is your case. This is your case. If you mess us up, we'll mess you up.
Exactly.
So our people don't understand this, that when they bring them up, they give them position in government and be stocking them money, and they will be embezzling it, and these people will be keeping records. When the election comes, they'll be running around. I want to become a governor. I want to become a governor, and they will use these things to hold them against them. If we give you this governorship, if you give you this governor, this what you want us to do for us against your people. And if you don't do it, we'll bring up these things and we'll send you to jail. You see, Jesus Okago, you know when you said that, they gave him 12 years. And at the end of the day, negotiations, and somehow they brought him out. Have you seen him again, junketing up and down everywhere? He has gone to rest. He has kept quiet. So this is the things, this is the politics that these people are playing against our people, that the evil politicians, either they know or they don't know. These are the things. Either they know or they don't know. And if they know and they foolishly follow these things, that means some things our people need to take action. Our people need to take action. That's exactly how I see these things. That's exactly how I see these things. So, going back to why they are seeing what is happening in the north, and they are not saying anything. and why they are bringing soldiers to kill our people when our people dare to speak up. It's all based on all these things I have said. They have been giving they have been giving, not that they are this thing. They have been giving, let any one of them open mouth. Let Uzodinma open mouth today. See how they will mess him up. Let Soludo open mouth today. See how they mess him up. So these people are all, they know what they have gotten themselves into, and they are not ready to lose that position and the money that is coming as a thereof. They are not ready. Instead, they are ready to kill our people, finish our people, and all that. You see the picture that is coming in Ako. The whole place is bushy. Everybody has run away. Everybody disappeared. And that is exactly why they are not allowing, they don't want to, the Igbo politicians, though, I'm not talking about the Northern federal government or Northern, no, I'm not talking, I don't see them in this case. I am seeing only the Igbo politicians. That's why they don't want Nnamdi Kanu out. Because they know that when Nnamdi Kanu comes out, those things will no longer be. They'll all run away. They know they'll run away. They can't mess up anymore. That's why they want him there, not to come out. So whatever thing, I want our people to stop blaming. I'm not in support of anything, or but our people should stop blaming Tinubu, stop blaming the northern governors, stop blaming Mieti Allah, stop blaming all of them. In the case of Nnamdi Kanu, let us face our people. Our politicians are the reason. Our politicians are the people keeping him there. Now look at Simon Eba, who went to Finland. Who went to Finland with petition? Did you hear anybody from the north? Did you hear anybody from the west? Are you there, Martin?
No.
Did you hear anybody from the north? Did you hear anybody?
Yes, I did not hear.
Was it not our own people too?
No.
Was it? You see how this thing goes. So our people must be faced squarely. Let us stop looking at all of these outside Igbo land politicians. Let's stop. Let's free them from this case and turn around and face our people squarely. That's how I see it. Oh. If we continue to say Tinubu doesn't want to the religion Nnamdi Kanu, what is Tinubu's problem? When our people are the one who ginger the whole thing, and are the people who are still paying whatever it takes to keep him there. So what are we?
It's
What
quite
are we talking
unfortunate.
about? So our people, those ones who are in politics, they are our problem. And if there's any way they can be handled, at least take one person for example. Take one person, bring like our APM said, bring anywhere you see them. If that can happen, my brother, the remaining will run away, and you will see how all these things will stop. How can
Now,
yeah.
Mazi, yes, I concur with what you said. But I have a problem. One problem that I don't know how we are going to look at this now. We are talking about the men. The men have been encaged by the Northern Caliphate, going to swear allegiance before being into position. What about the women and the men who are not residing in that contraption called Nigeria? Take, for instance, somebody like Dr. Okonjo-Iweala. She is dining with world leaders. What is stopping that woman? Is she under a spell as well? Is she under any compromised situation with the North, that she cannot voice out the atrocity that is happening in Biafran land? Not even to speak about Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Okonjo-Iweala have not done that. Chimamanda have not done that. What, Mazi? My head is boiling. What is happening? Why are these
See,
people like this?
Okonjo-Iweala, I think she's from where is she from?
Anambra State.
See, let me tell you
Yes.
something. I am not from Anambra. I am an Igbo man. But one thing you need to understand is this: check the history of betrayal of the Igbo cause. Where if you have it 100%, where is 90% coming from? Anambra State.
Yes, Mazi, you are right, Mazi, you are 100% right. But one thing, even if, what about, can't they think about the women that are involved in this massacre? Can't they think about the children that are involved in this massacre? Why can't they speak for the children's sake or speak for the women's sake? Why? It's so appalling, Mazi. We are all Biafrans. We are from the same, before the creation of every other state, we come from the southeastern region. And Anambra is the the first son of Biafra. So everybody comes from there. Irrespective, we say she's from Anambra. All of us came from there right now. So why is this happening, that the subjugation, the slavery, the intimidation, the harassment that we have been passing through, they know it. If you ask them to speak about it now, they can speak about it, but they are not doing something about it. Why, Mazi?
They cannot. Now, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, you mentioned, that woman is careful about her international reputation and not about how many people who died in Igbo land.
Mazi, no. What is international reputation? What is international reputation? Is it not your people?
I am coming.
What reputation do you have when your people is involved? Your people are going to praise you. Your people are going to hail you. Your people are going to worship you for bringing freedom to them. What kind of nonsense reputation are you talking about?
That's exactly what they themselves don't understand. That's why they don't understand what they are doing. The thought is because the government have come and tell them that those who are fighting for Biafra are miscreants. They just speak it like that.
Okay, sorry, Mazi. Somebody says she's from Delta. Delta is Delta.
That's the reason why I asked that question, because I know she's from Delta. I intentionally put that because I am not too sure. That's why I put that question. See, now let me tell you what.
Okay, I thought she's from Anambra. I was thinking that as well.
See, like somebody rightly say, I listened on the internet when they were interviewing somebody was saying it. You know, the Igbo problem, as we see it today in Nigeria, is caused by these people from, we call Igbo Delta, if there's anything like that. Check them, the Chukuma, Nzogo, Kaduna, all of them. You see, what is happening to Igbos in Nigeria today was not caused by anybody within the, let's say, within the 5 states. It was from there. So I don't see that. Maybe their children, their children are not coming. I mean, their generations after that may not. They may still. I don't see them coming to, speak for the Igbos, because most of them don't necessarily believe they are Igbos. I must tell you, I have one.
In the Igbo cause.
They don't even believe. They don't even believe they are Igbos. I know one girl. Her name is Ifeanyi. I was discussing with her. We talked about it. She said she's not Igbo. She said it clear and clear.
Her name is Ifeanyi. And she's not Igbo.
She's telling me to my face that she's not Igbo. Then the question I asked her that she was unable to answer. I asked her, what is that? What is the other? Tell me. I said, mention another. Mention another tribe that answers Igbos, and that tribe is not Igbo. Yes. That's the question I asked her, and she was looking at me. I said, if your name is Ifeanyi, you're not Igbo. Okay, tell me the tribe you come from that answers Ifeanyi. That tribe is not Igbo, and that Ifeanyi is not Igbo.
Or Fulani.
She was looking at me. She could not say a word again. I said, my sister, look, don't let them deceive you. Your name is Ifeanyi. You're Ifeanyi. So many of them, you may not be surprised that if you touch Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala now, you will tell you she's not Igbo. You may not be surprised.
He's
You may not be
Igbo.
surprised that.
Okay,
Yeah.
now Mazi, I want you to tell me, how many times have you seen the terrorists kill anybody from the north or from the south, and before they kill that person, they'll ask him, are you Igbo or not Igbo? Have you had that happen?
It doesn't. It doesn't, and it will
Okay.
never. Do they even have that time? Do they even have that time? They don't have that time now to that one is giving that person a kind of party, you know. They don't have that time. Is it? I think you have seen videos where these terrorists are shooting. When they are coming and they are shooting everywhere. Even if you are their fellow Fulani, you go wrong. So they don't, anybody who bullet caught up with, who cares where you come from? Even these Yoruba people that are supporting them. So they don't have time. They don't have time to ask who is who. They don't have time. So anybody that is doing whatever they are doing should understand that. They don't have that time. So
it's so sad. Very unfortunate that this thing is happening at this time, even when they see the positive vibe that is coming from Biafran Republic government in exile, even when they see that an open window, an opportunity for them to support, these people still want to continue to sabotage what we are doing and continue to remove themselves from their race, pretending that they are not Igbo. Pretending, or do I say it's misinformation that is disturbing
misinformation. Misinformation on the part of those who said, like all those Delta Igbos, and all of them. But it's not misinformation. Those who are found in the 5 feet. It's not it's stupidity. It's stupidity. It's not misinformation. Yes, it's stupidity. So anybody who is standing out there and is working against what, just even if it is not about agitation, but when once it is about freedom, and once it's about freedom, no sane persons, when somebody is fighting for his freedom, no sane person should work against wherever freedom is being mentioned. That is why, you know, we are now somehow, you know, embarrassed. Let me put it that way, by the way the Western world are behaving now. Are you getting me? We are being embarrassed by them. I will not say disappointment, because they can't disappoint us. They are embarrassing us because they made us to understand that by their laws and by their ways and by their policies, they don't joke with freedom. And that is why by their law, they don't touch freedom fighters. So why now? Is it because we are talking about Africans that they now want to bend their laws? They don't know what freedom means. It means that I want to admonish our people. I want to admonish our people. Please, wherever you hear freedom, if you don't want to join hands and fight, please stay by the side. Do not fight against it. If you fight against it, you will be putting your generation in perpetual slavery. Eventually, the freedom might be gotten and the country established and everybody move on. But the spiritual slavery will continue, because that one we need another approach to be able to solve that, not political again. Dr. David, are you understanding what I'm saying?
You are right.
Let me repeat it again for those who don't understand or those who didn't hear me. When there is freedom, it doesn't matter whether it is agitation or individual freedom or whatever, as long as it is freedom. Please, if you don't want to join hands and fight with the person or with a group of people or whatever, please, the best thing for you to do to yourself is just to keep quiet and keep clear. Keep quiet and keep clear, because this freedom of a thing is spiritual. Now, if you fight against freedom, eventually that person will get the freedom, or the group of people will get their freedom, and they will establish themselves, and you who fought against the freedom will come in and start enjoying with them, and you feel that, oh, all of those things are gone. It's not gone, though. Your generation will face slavery, the same thing you fought against.
Exactly. You
Your
are right.
generation that will continue. And I say this, that one has a different approach to solving it. It has a different approach spiritually to solve that. And you may not know how to go about it. So the only good thing you do to yourself is just to keep away, keep out. Don't involve yourself for your future generation. And if you are out there, you are still joining those who are fighting against the agitation or the freedom, and you are still there and you are listening to me. Well, you may argue with me. You may say it's a lie. But remember that whatever action we took on earth, whether good or bad, if you do good, compensation, reward. If you do good, reward will come. If you do bad, consequences will come. That's the truth. You cannot escape it. You cannot escape it. Let me for those who believe in the Bible, let's take David, the man after God's heart, Abi.
Yes.
Let's take him. When he killed Uriah to take his wife, when the thing was brought to his attention, and he fell down and he asked for forgiveness. He asked for forgiveness and God forgave him, but the consequences was not
there.
taken out.
Exactly.
God told him that your family will continue to face sword. And the same sword sent him in exile at some point in his life. So the same thing. No, let me go in deeper small. Now, when all these Pentecostal grace preachers come to tell you that when you give your life to Jesus Christ, you are internally redeemed, you are this, nothing is happening. See, be careful what you do. Somebody will not tell you that because you have given your life to Christ, you can do anyhow. Do anything with that. Grace has covered you. Jesus Christ has paid it all. Everything is done. The finished work of Christ. You go and be misbehaving. You go and be committing things, atrocities. Listen, whatsoever you do, if it is good, you receive reward. That is the payment for doing good. But the payment for doing evil or bad is called consequences. And you will never escape it. And it will not come after life. It will come in this life. The consequences. If you must have, the person who committed it must have gone, but the children will continue following. The consequences will continue to follow the children. The Bible said the fathers has eaten grapes. The fathers has eaten grapes. The teeth of the children are set at age. Lemon. He said the fathers has eaten the grapes, but their teeth no worry them more. Their children, their generation, unborn generation, their teeth start to the worry. They are not the ones who eat grape. They are not the ones who eat grape, but their children. So I want to warn our people. I don't know how many who is listening. Please, if you don't want to support the freedom that is going on, agitation or this thing that is going on, please don't fight against it. And if you have done so in one way or the other, know that you have and in the near future, your children, yes, seriously, and by then you start running up and down. Look at those ones who put Nnamdi Kanu in this consequence, in this activity, in this suffering today. Watch them. They may not be the one to carry the wahala.
Exactly.
Their children and children,
the consequences.
you know,
Yeah.
they bear the consequences. And where they put in Nnamdi Kanu is the exact consequence that is coming. Let me give you this example again. I have a pastor friend. He was living in a compound. And then there are a group of people, and they applied for, they apply the program and apply for a program, and that program will take them out of Nigeria to America for a program. And then the day his own passport and visa came in, they posted it. His letter, confirmation and everything, the papers he's going to use to travel. The landlord of his compound got the letter and hid it and go and use palm oil and stain it, and go and hide it. After so many years, this young man waited and waited. He didn't see. His mates left to America, and all of them are doing well today. So after a long while, this man now brought out this thing. Do you know what happened at last? To cut the story short, the man's son ended up traveling outside Nigeria to somewhere in Europe, and the moment he got there, they deported him. They brought him back, and he didn't go again, because you fought against somebody who is going to. The Bible said you are what the measurement you take measure somebody. The Bible said that the same measurement
will be measured
is going to be measured to you.
Exactly.
Forget about all these things they are preaching. So I am warning every one of us. If you are not interested, stay by the corner and watch.
Park by one side. Yes, Mazi, you are right.
Park
if you
one
are
side.
not interested,
park one side and watch.
Don't fight against it. Park one side and be watching. Nonso, are you here?
And watch.
Nonso joined us. I don't know whether he's close to his device. Nonso, please, if you are here, speak. Let us hear you. Mazi have made a very wonderful analogy. Right now, if you are fighting against our freedom, the consequences of fighting against it, you may not be the one that will receive the consequence. It may drain, or your children's children, but certainly it must come. It may tarry. It must come for you. If it is not come for you, for your children, for your generation, because it works spiritually. Spiritual. Imagine that the Kanu saying that this Biafra fight is not about physical. It is the spiritual aspect of it that everything is happening. Okay? So when you see all these fights against Biafra, don't think that you are fighting ordinary people. You are fighting from the spiritual realm. Those who died thousands, millions, hundreds, 50s, 40s years ago, they are going to join hands in making sure that you reap the consequences of your evil action against the freedom of their soul that have not rested in peace. Is that not true, Mazi?
That's it. Now, in addition to what I'm saying, let us also consider those who sabotaged the Juku during the war. No, you see, all of them. Some of them we do not know if they have families. I've not heard. They won't qualify Juna. We don't know if they have. Just look at Nnamdi Azikiwe. Nnamdi Azikiwe sabotaged, because when he was called to come and when Ojukwu called him to come and help, do something, he was demanding for. That's a pure sabotage. But today, I know how old I am today. I've not had, at least we know had about his children, his family.
Exactly.
Sometimes I ask others, I say, have you ever seen who they call this is the first son of Nnamdi Azikiwe? Who is this, the lineage of
Azikiwe.
Nnamdi Azikiwe? We don't, I
No.
don't know if anybody see, I don't know, I've not seen them. Then the Ifajuna,
I've
all
not
of them,
heard.
them, all of them, we have not seen. So this is just to buttress what I am saying. Please, moreover, this is like Nnamdi Azikiwe, Nnamdi Kanu will say, this is the kingdom of God, or the kingdom of Chukwu. That's how he calls it. This is where God intends to assemble his people as against the fight of the enemies, because these Islamic people are coming and they will take over the whole world. They will get hold of America. They will get hold of. They have gotten the UK. They have gotten France. You see, UK now is recognizing Palestine. France is also on the yes. France is also trying to recognize Palestine. So you see here where they are tweeting to. Eventually, all of the Western world will become Islamized, and their God will need a place, because if God will need a place where he can assemble his people and protect them there. And this is where, ask yourself, for 60 years or over 60 years after the war, some people call it ideology. Yes, it's ideology, but it's something much more than ideology. Ideology is of the people, but it's something more or more than ideology, which is of God. That God wants intention of God. There are something that when God wants to do, if that is what is to the good of the people, if it is what is to the good of the people, what he wants the people to enjoy, he will place it as a choice to them. Say, choose life or choose death, children of Israel, because he said this life is for them. So he cannot force it on them. He said, choose life or choose death. And he now advise them, I advise you to choose life. That is God. But
choose life.
But when it is God's agenda, when it's God's own agenda, at that point it becomes it is no longer a choice for man. It's something that must be done. Otherwise, a whole generation will perish. So I am bringing up these people, though it's like I diverted a little bit from your topic, but it's just for our people to understand these things, because we take so many things for granted. We don't learn from what what happened in the past. But thank God we are saying it here today. Please let me repeat myself. If you are not interested, park one side. Those children you born, those children you have, you are proud of today, don't put them into problems that they won't even know where their problem is coming from, not talk of knowing how to solve it. The spiritual slavery is not good, though. It's not good. It's not good, and it will take you. It will take you, if you only know how to go about it, for you to come out of it. So my people, let's get sense. Let's get sense. It's not because we have social media. Anything I see, all this, the invasion of our people. I see everybody, all of them who came out to be rejoicing. Oh, they have captured the gentle. They have captured gentle. I am still looking for them now. Most of them are disappearing. Those who said are coming out and saying, oh, this and that. All of them are like they are lost in the middle of ocean, because they took the listen that came from the Nigerian army, and everybody went to put head inside the bush and was talking in the hand. I was like, what is going on? But today, where are they? Where are they? So our people, if you are joining these people who are doing these things, I am telling you, there is going to be consequences. So just like I said earlier, those who murmured against God, because the exit of the children of Israel from Egypt is not a choice given the children of Israel. No, it's God's agenda. So it's not by choice. And that is why those who murmur against it, God makes sure that he allowed them to wander in the desert, in the wilderness for 40 years, so that all of them will go down. So
Exactly.
let all of you that are fighting against this movement understand what you are doing to yourself and your unborn generations. Understand what you are doing to yourself and your unborn generations, and remove your hand from nonsense. Remove your hand from problem. You are creating problem for your families. You are creating the blood of these people. Do you know that when Abel was killed, the blood that dropped on the ground was still crying, and God was hearing it. So if anyone has been killed through your action and blood, his or her blood has touched the ground, I want to let you know that a blood is speaking against you and your generation. It's not only you. Whatever that has your DNA, whoever that has your DNA, 10, 15, 20, 100 generation coming. Don't say, oh, I am doing okay. I am doing them. You are junketing up and down. Come. In the next few years, you will understand what you have done to yourself. You understand that it's not everything you see that you will just put hand and they jump up and down and talk anyhow. So, Dr. David, I'm sorry to have diverted from what you are, but I think it's also good.
No, it's part of the information that our people need to know. Very important. No information is lost,
Okay.
Mazi.
All right.
Yes, no information is lost at all. Our people can now realize, most of our people don't know that whatever you do now is spiritual. You may reap the consequences in the nearest future. And if you do not reap it, your children are going to bear the consequences of your evil action. So, just like you said, people who don't know will now know. Onye na-amaghị ibu kịta matasị ihe a m na-emekwanụ taa echi ụmụ m ọ ga-atakwa n'ụmụ m afụfụ. Ewepụ aka enwe n'ofe before wụrụ aka mmadụ. So Mazi, every knowledge is really acceptable on our platform. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you for having me. So I may take my exit. I want to get somewhere now. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mazi, the Biafra Oracle. You have just spoken like an oracle as well. I really appreciate your time with me this morning. It was very inciting and very educative. And Biafrans as well, really were impacted by your knowledge, vast knowledge, more importantly, of the scripture, the Bible as well. And it's really good to have you in my platform this morning. Mazi, I really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr.
Here.
David. God bless you for your platform.
There were. So, Biafrans, you just listened to Mazi, the Biafran Oracle. He has been, speaking to us in a language that each and every one of us should understand. And for us to know that this is what should be done, that everybody should make sure that everything that we are doing to be free. If you don't want to join in the freedom, you stay aside and be looking. If you can't support, you stay aside and be watching, rather than being an antagonist, rather than being a brake on the wheel of our progress, because eventually you are going to regret your action against the freedom of a determined people. Yes, Biafrans, we are still on the topic, the Biafran Igbo intelligentsia, the elites, the intellectuals, the sophisticated morons. They are a disgrace to our race. They are a disgrace to Biafra. They are a disgrace to Igbo as a race. Very important. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is in detention for complete 4 years. And these people are not speaking about his release. They are not protesting about the continued detention of our leader. See how the Afonjas, see how the Yorubas are protecting their own, but yet our own are under Nigerian government subjugation, and the intelligencias, the people who should speak for us, are not doing anything about it. The people that are now canvassing for a protest for Maazị Nnamdi Kanu is a man that is not a Biafran, yet he finds it worthy to speak against the injustices against our leader. You see how the North is under the occupation and control of the terrorists. The politicians from the North are protecting them. They are having news, media chat with them. The terrorists are roaming the street free. Nobody is harassing them. But in Biafran territory, the Biafran Defense Forces that are not terrorists, that are fighting against terrorists, the Nigerian government, in conjunction with the Fulefu, these same intellectuals, these same intelligencias, elites, I use the word intelligentsia because that is what they call themselves. They say, oh, we the elites, we the intelligentsia, but our leader called them sophisticated morons and the intellectuals. They are not doing anything for the freedom of their people. Their focus is only on political office and political power. That is what their focus is all upon. So, Biafrans, we must remember that our freedom can never be exchanged with anything. It's not going to happen. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. We must be
leader
free.
of that Boko Haram. I mean, the sum of about 431 million US dollars, right, was sent to him or wired to him for Boko Haram from the UAE and other Arab nations, which was used. This intelligence was shared to us by the United Arab Emirates. Like the leader of that Boko Haram. I mean, the sum of about 431 million US dollars, right, was sent to him or wired to him for Boko Haram from the UAE and other Arab nations, which was used. This intelligence was shared to us by the United Arab Emirates.
That is a proof of what our leader Maazị Nnamdi Kanu said, that all these people are being sponsored by the government to come and take over our land and our territory. And if you don't rise up, you are going to be like the Hausa peasants. If the Boko Haram money was wired to them to continue the atrocity, but you are here fighting against Simon Ekpanjoko.
Come out to say that enough is enough. When you travel to the north, do you live in the forest in the north? The Igbo people in Sabongeri in Kanu, are they living of course it's Hausa land, are they living in the forest? They came to the town, they work very hard, they build houses, they build mansions, they develop the entire place. Is that not what they do? What are Fulani people doing in our forest? Nobody can answer that question. They say that they're pastoralists. World aspiring to be a member of the UN Security Council, where you move cattle from place to place. Are you people well at all? You so-called Nigerians, are you normal in the brain? I'm asking you a simple question. Show me a country that aspires to be in the 21st century, moving cattle from place to place. Tell me, which country is that? Please tell me. These are people they have prepared for you to sell you down the drain. By the time the Fulanis are done with you, believe you me, if you don't rise up now to fight for your freedom, by the time Fulanis are done with you, you'll be more useless than a Hausa peasant.
You had it. Man, our leader, was held or is held because of speaking the truth. And the Southeasterners, politicians, intelligentsia, elites, and what you politicians, they refuse to even speak for his release. Look at the people who are speaking for his release.
I want to use this opportunity to appreciate Nigerians for their support since I released the first video yesterday about free Nnamdi Kanu protest.
Join me on the studio and make your contribution.
Sincerity
or you call
and
the number on the screen.
With the display of shame and disgrace that happened in Katsina last week, we all know that for years Nnamdi Kanu has been in detention. And as I'm talking to you, Nnamdi Kanu is having and he's battling with health challenges even while in prison. It is rather unfortunate with the display of shame and disgrace that happened in Katsina by the bandit commander. The question we ask, do we have a country? The question we need to ask, do we have a nation? The question we need to ask, do we have a constitution? And if we have a constitution, then as Nigerians, we need to ask ourselves and ask the federal government question, why the double standard? If the bandit commander can come and address Nigeria like schoolboys and address Nigeria by threatening Nigerians, by killing one of the headers, that he will kill more Hausas and Northerners, and he is moving freely, why should Nnamdi Kanu should still be in prison? The question I ask, why the double standard? And it is a question that every Nigerian should be asking. Double standards by the federal government of Nigeria. And that is why the call for one Nigeria, one voice protest is born out of sincerity and honesty, equity and justice for all Nigeria citizens. One Nigeria, one voice protest. One Nigeria, one voice protest is a national call for all Nigerians of good conscience. It's not a regional protest. It's not a tribal protest. But it's a sincere protest born out of sincerity. I am calling of all Nigeria with good come out in mass. Those in Jos, Plateau, Kaduna, Kogi, and Abuja to come on Independence Day at Eagle Square to support this call. And I'm on very dark black man to help us. Okay. Abuja is your constituency. We are coming from the north. You can help us to call the IG of police in preparation to this protest. The Rate president, I know you have the platform, and I'm also calling of all the Nigerian bloggers and social media influencers, those with good conscience and sincerity, so that our brother Nnamdi Kanu will be free. I'll bring up subsequent videos in preparation for this call and for this peaceful protest. May God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria.
These are the people who are speaking for the release of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Why the politicians are focused on their own political agendas.
The Igbos politicians are useless, very, very useless. The governors of Southeast are very, very useless. The Ndigbo as a Igbo socio-cultural group is also a very useless organization. The Southeast governors are so useless, they are useless to themselves, and they are even useless to their people. If not because these people are so useless, I see no reason that Nnamdi Kanu should still be in detention. Dramatically kidnapped in Kenya, brought into this country, and then dramatic allegation against him. For many years he has been in detention. And look at what is happening in the north. The play of shame and disgrace in the north. In the north, the northern politician actually agitated for the forgiveness of Boko Haram. Boko Harams were forgiven, clothed, they were given money, clothes, and they were even fed with rice and chicken. And look at the recent disgrace and shame, the display of disgrace and shame of this country in Katsina. Just this week, where bandits and haters came with their ammunition, talking with tenacity and without any fear, with ammunitions, AK-47s, with ammunition, come for peace reconciliation. They were boastful and talking to Nigerians and federal government as if they were addressing school children. And yet Kanu is in detention. And somebody will not tell me that the Eastern governors are useless. Look, the South need to wake up. Oh. The South need to wake up. Because what the North is doing is actually it's so dramatic and so disgustful and so it's so shame and it's so disgusting to the extent that you ask either we have one country, we have a constitution in this country. Do we have a constitution authority in this country? Different rules for different region and for different people. Nigeria is a joke.
Nobody wants to join me and make a contribution. I need people to join me and make their contribution on what you have just heard. The Southeast politicians are useless. The intelligencias are useless. The politicians are useless. The intellectuals, the sophisticated morons, Ngozi and her group, Emma and her group, Ada Nigeria, Adandi Nigeria are a group. All of them are useless before Biafran restoration. I need you to join me and make your own contribution. Very, very important. Very, 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 very important. Or you call the line on the studio and make your own contribution as well. Look at those fighting for the freedom of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
You jail Nnamdi Kanu tomorrow, another person will come out. Okay. Because that is the ideology. I keep saying Biafra is an ideology. The things the youths are seeing in the Southeast is what drives them. You have in the Southeast, they arrest young people, young boys, they charge them for terrorism, they call them IPOP, they lock them up. You arrest bandits in the North. You arrest in the North. And what do? You call them repentant. And you reintegrate them back into the society. What kind of justice system is that? So we must be honest with ourselves in this country. If we want peace, let us look at peace from the aspect of justice. Because any peace devoid of justice is peace of the graveyard.
Any peace that is devoid of the justice is no longer a peace. You arrest bandits, you reintegrate them into the society. Unarmed civilians, you buy them in Biafran territory. You call them all manner of names. And you think we are going to thank you for that? It's not going to happen. All these people who are aiding and supporting the terrorism in our land, they are all useless and a disgrace to Biafran race. Very, very important.
The Nigerian politicians will say a man can go. How will get over the army? And the Busiunu. I'm the police. And the Busiunu. Ever trying to see me? And the Busiunu. Just plan your house. Just plan to go to jail and your farmland. Must not be Gano Sina. Or that Adendo. Who can hear me? No, what's it that? I know who Biafra. This is the Nigerian politicians will say a man can go. How will get over the army? And the Busiunu. I'm the police. And the Busiunu. Ever trying to see me? And the Busiunu. Just plan will take it over your house. Just plan going to jail and your farmland. Must not be Gano Sina. Or that Adendo. Who can hear me? No, what's it that? I know who Biafra. This is Mazina.
They are crying. They will not cry in the public, but I watch their cry in the mirror every day. They cry. For the past few days, how to approach Simon Ekpa, how to negotiate with Simon Ekpa. I am saying it openly this evening on this space. I am not open for negotiation, and no Biafra person serving under Biafra government is open for negotiation. If I hear that you are talking to anybody back home, you are out of the government. Our talk with them will start by pulling the military out of Biafra street. Our talk with them will start when we see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu walking freely out of DSS dungeon. That is the term and condition of negotiation. Apart from that, we will give you times 3 of what we have given you before.
Yes, my deputy PM, I want to ask this question as a Biafran, as a concerned citizen of Biafra, I also ask this question as a citizen who wants this government to succeed. And I'm also asking this question as a member of BWOC, Biafra Writers of Conscience. Before I forget, my Deputy PM, you made mention of having a call with one of the administrators, or do I say brother to a governor in that contraction called Nigeria. And I don't know how that will sound in the ears of Biafrans. Please, is that wise to call or make call or allow your phone number to be with the terrorist Nigerian state administrators?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, this guy, he was my schoolmate. Actually, we were all in Uniben together. Pedro Abaseki, so he's my friend. But the thing is that he's championing this Edo course and all that, and then he called to tell me that Urobo Isoko is not, it shouldn't be part of Biafra. But remember, Biafra has Urobo Isoko state. So all I explained to him is that if he wants, I'm going to give him the administrator of the Urobo Isoko state, and they can have that chat among themselves. Yeah, but there's nothing to worry. I mean, we're schoolmates at Uniben, and we reach out to each other every now and then. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. If you oblige me, I have like 5 pressing questions as well. We like me to ask you.
No. She can't.
Okay. Let me.
I want you to understand that forget whatever that is going on social media. Forget whatever that terrorist states are saying on social media and behaving on their National Assembly. They know that the game is over. The fact, the northern Nigeria know the game is over. I know what is going on within them. The presidency of Nigeria know that the game is over. The Senate President Akpabio knows that the game is over. The only people that do not know, or maybe they are just skeptical, are the one Nigerians who are believing in the Nigeria terrorist army that they have the capability to eliminate Biafrans, not knowing that I actually lost the war already before the war started.
I am not a pushover, and I believe Nigeria have seen that. If you think that Simon Ekpa is somebody you can push over, then you don't know me. I am here to end Tinubu. I am here to end Nigeria. I'm here to end the Usman Danfodio legacy. I will end it. People who have ended it in their different countries doesn't have to be more than any of all those people who have fought freedom, including Gandhi. I am here to be more than Gandhi. Gandhi did not even fight the kind of demons that we have in Nigeria. Nelson Mandela did not fight the kind of demons that we have in Nigeria. And so I brought out myself, I'm well cooked for this particular freedom. So anybody thinking that Simon Ekpa is going down, you don't know what is coming. You still have a long way to go. I will be here to finish this job, and by December I will issue a declaration for the restoration of the independent state of Biafra, and the flag of Biafra will rise very, very high all over the world. That day, every office all over the world of Biafra will rise very, very high. We will raise it very, very high from homeland to all over the world. And then after that, the diplomatic battle will begin for recognition of Biafra government.
Biafrans, join me on the studio or call the line on the screen and make your contribution. The diplomatic battle have already started. Our government is doing that. That is why we have the U.S. congressional briefing. It's part of the diplomatic battle. For those of you who are joining the terrorists against our leader, against our PM, against our freedom, you will have a date with Biafran people and the gods and goddesses of our land. all these intelligencias, the elites that are standing against our freedom, you will have a date with the Biafran people someday for your evil actions and activities against our freedom, against the freedom of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We must continue to do the needful. And for those of you who are supporting Ngozi, you will have a date with the Biafran spirit as well. So I really appreciate everyone who joined me this morning. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I really appreciate you. Please like and share. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so, as we will continue to bring you information and updates of what is actually playing out, both in Washington, D.C., in diaspora, as we are focusing on our freedom. And if you have not been following, please make sure you are supporting the Biafran shop. The Biafran shop, make sure you go in for your customized shirts, t-shirts, and every profit made from that Biafran shop goes directly to our liberation. This is from the Biafran shop. So I want to appreciate our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our leaders before us, our eternal leader, Odumegwu Ojukwu, our leader, for their contributions for our freedom. I appreciate Obatobi, the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku. I also salute our APM, Honorable Ogechukwu Nkere, for what he's doing. The Information Minister, Mazi Sonny Akparawa, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for bringing up a very formidable media team. Our lobbyists and our attorneys, Elias and Amanda Berry, we appreciate all that you are doing for our freedom. The Biafran Defense Forces, airborne to you all, and Biafrans who are supporting our freedom. May Chukwu Okike Abiama replenish your. Before I go, I want you to celebrate that Biafra is here and support the freedom of your people, support the recognition, and as well as the liberation of Biafra from the terrorist Nigerian state. Say no to subjugation. Say no to intimidation. Say no to harassment. And say no to the slavery of your people.
Morning's up, they rise up. You take me back up. Simon again could stand for from we go far. We have first no go tire. Together we stay strong. With love and support, we go sing this unity song. Simon, we did it. You, Prime Minister, now you be. You're probably the time. You falling like you give me see. Feet to get moved to do it. Hearts to beat for our land. Hope they rise like the ocean. Simon, we the stand. Future, Biafra shine like gold. Together we go make this story with a home. Simon, we the hell. You, Prime Minister, now you be. You're probably the time. Prime Minister, powerful, you stand so tall. Biafra will rise again, in your name we heed the call. Together we go get Biafra, marching hand in hand so true. Promise to spread your anthem news, of your music we pursue. Thank you, Biafrans, history will tell our tale. Hero of our dreams, your courage will never fail. Together we'll stand alongside. To you we look for hope. In the darkest night we find strength in words we cope. From your brave our leader, to you we look for hope. In the darkest night we find strength in words we cope. Strong and brave our leader, future bright we see, leading us to freedom. Unchained will be. Thank you, Biafra. History will tell our tale of our dreams. Your courage will never fail. Strong and brave our leader, future bright we see,